Hey everybody, so welcome to PinWheel Procrastination, and this is just where I give you my take on the news and the goings-ons in the world. And the reason for the title PinWheel Procrastination is a little while back, or not a little while back, a way while back, there was a show on Nickelodeon called PinWheel, and it basically had Japanese animation retelling the popular Grimm's fairy tale story. And when I was little, that was like my favorite show. And my mother had made the joke, because we would always watch it. I think it came on, it was me and my sister, it would come on Saturdays around 3 or like 2 to 5 or 3 to 5 in the afternoon. And my mother would make the joke, oh, you all are pinwheel procrastinators, because we would sit in front of Pinwheel and we would just watch, the Grimm's fairy tales being retold, and we love that show. To this day, there are still episodes of it on YouTube that I've downloaded because it was one of the best things ever. So I decided to do this show. When I was thinking about naming it, I definitely wanted to go with Pinwheel Procrastination, because I also do a blurb on my blog where I just give you guys links and my thoughts, funny little thoughts on those links. And it's basically just news and stuff happening on the internet, in the world, wherever. But I've always wanted to do a video version of it, and this is it. So here we go. And there's a lot of stuff for us to recap this week. So every Friday, you're going to get from me a Pinwheel Procrastination along with links on my blog. Okay, so first and foremost, we have the Manti story. And for those of you who have been living on planet Pluto, because Pluto is still a planet, damn it, he is the Notre Dame linebacker who basically was in a relationship with a girl who he never met, who has leukemia and died in a car crash the same day as his grandmother, and he never visited her in the hospital. Oh wait, and they never met, but it was his girlfriend, and they had a Twitter relationship. And I read the story from Deadspin, and basically what I got from it was ESPN is not journalism. It's just, they're just gonna push their people. Because there was no due diligence done by a lot of the sports websites. And my thing to he knew, first of all, Manti, he knew. This wasn't some guy that got duped. And I think I tweeted a couple of things. One, no guy, any guy, let alone a popular football player, is going to be in a relationship with a girl he has never met, be faithful to her, call her his girlfriend. It's just a sum of stupidity. You've never met this girl, but she's your girlfriend? No. And if you read the Deadspin article, it's kind of obvious that he was fully aware that she didn't exist, and it seemed to be a scheme for him to win the Heisman. He had a reason to lie about her, and he had an interesting reason to lie, because he was petitioning for the Heisman, and it made, for good copy, I guess. My girlfriend's dead, and, boo-hoo, poor me, and leukemia and a car accident. It's almost as far-fetched as the whole Lance Armstrong thing, because, and actually I think Manti went further than Lance Armstrong, as if that shit was possible. But he knew about it. No one cried for him. No one defend him. He knew. He was in on it. He wanted some sympathy votes. And my next question is, did his grandmother die? Because that shit happened the same day. Oh, she did? You sure? Okay, so our next story, let's take it up a notch, because I feel like I've just been talking about strange things. Hillary Clinton testified on Benghazi this week, and she testified in front of Congress and the House of Representatives, and she basically created her own meme by saying, "What difference does it make?"
The fact is, we had 4 dead Americans. Was it because of a protest, or was it because of guys out for a walk one night who decided they'd go kill some Americans? What difference at this point does it make? It is our job to figure out what happened and do everything we can to prevent it from ever happening again, Senator.
She shouted it right to Ron Paul when she was being asked, she's basically being grilled. And I gotta say, if you want to send anyone in to defend themselves or defend the Democratic Party, send Hillary, send Bill Clinton, good to go. All I want in 2016 is Hillary, Michelle Obama, one ticket. That's all I want. That's all I want. Calling it right now, 2016. The year of the vaginas. But she did defend herself really well. Personally, I think this is just a witch hunt. I think there are certain things that the Defense Department should not have. I think they have more information, and they don't have to give up so much information because it is privileged. And I understand what everyone's going to be saying. Well, we have a right to know. We have a right to know. I don't think necessarily we do, at least not right away, at least not when sensitive stuff is happening in real time. I don't think we have the right to know things that are going on. And I think she's handling herself really, really well. I think regarding what happened in Benghazi, I think there are people in the world that will hurt America no matter what, and they don't need much of a reason to dislike America. I don't think it has anything to do with religion. I think it has to do with money, power, land, because that's why all wars are fought. Religion and different points of domestic views have nothing to do with it. I think it's just money, power, land, and if you're one of the top countries in the world, you're a threat. And anyone who says different is just spreading propaganda. So that's my personal theory on it, but thank you, Hillary, for yet another meme. 2016! A couple of days ago, I tweeted a story that was on MSN.com, and I realized I still haven't changed that as my homepage because I'm still living in, 1992? But it was a really interesting story about, would you quit your six-figure job to go pursue your dream? And there was a guy on there who actually quit a corporate job. He was making six figures. He worked up through the ranks because he was miserable and he wanted to be an actor. And the interesting thing about it, he wasn't some 20-something in finance. He was 38 years old, and he decided to quit his job and go out and be an actor. And it was just, I come from the world where I don't believe in the whole, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm Indian and no one in our families will ever preach, starving artists. No one will preach that at all. And I gotta say, what this guy did was kind of gutsy, and you couldn't help but feel for him. And I think it's one thing to have a six-figure job and be okay with it and to be complacent with it. It's another thing to just abhor it. And this guy woke up every day abhorring his life, and he really wanted to be an actor, and that's what he set out to do. And I think it kudos to him, because it takes a lot of guts to say, well, I'm going to give up something cushy for something that's my dream. That's something that, because even though something is your dream, that doesn't guarantee that you're going to succeed at it. So, and I tweeted it because I really wanted to know how many of you out there would actually quit your job, especially if you're making six figures or close to six figures and were living a comfortable life. Would you quit it if you absolutely hated it, absolutely dreaded it, to go do something else where you were just filled with joy every day? And I that is my question to you guys this week. Would you quit a six-figure job to go be something that probably won't give you the same return, at least in the beginning, like an artist or a poet or a writer or anything, any job where you really, really, really are gonna have to, or a YouTuber where in the beginning you're not gonna be making any money, and you might do it for a while and still not make any money. So that is my question to you guys. Would you quit your six-figure job, if you had one, to go pursue something not so lucrative. All right, so thanks so much for watching. To quote the greatest show on earth, live long and prosper, and I will see you guys next week for these clips and so much more. Head on over to my website. PinWheel Procrastination links are posted there. Bye, I'll see you guys next time.
Don't tell me what to say. Don't tell me what to do.
I don't know, that song just popped into my head.